Good afternoon, everybody. This is Colton Baker coming at you guys live with the first Real Talk Tuesday from the ARCHway Institute. Today, I wanted to speak with you guys about something that got me pretty excited, that got me pretty hyped up, so I'm hoping that I can do the same for you guys and kind of get this Tuesday going right. So, what I've been thinking about, and it's something that's talked about in this field a lot, but I don't think it gets like the credence that it deserves, especially when you extrapolate out the effects that this can have, not just on an individual person, not just on an individual treatment provider, but on society as a whole, right? And so constantly I hear about the stigma associated with substance use and mental health, right? And typically it's always looked at through the lens of like the social ramifications, what somebody's family might think, what their friends might think, what their employer might think about them being in recovery from substance use or being in recovery from mental health, etc. But what got me excited was kind of thinking about the greater effects and how that extrapolates out to all these other institutions of society, right? So, you do have the ramifications of the social world that you live in, but think about how addressing the stigma associated with substance use affects access to treatment and how treatment is made available both for the privately insured, for people insured through Medicaid, for people uninsured, and how that affects their access to care. Think about how it influences the way addiction is treated and addressed in hospital settings, in urgent care settings, how it's treated in the study of addiction medicine. You can take this all the way out to the lens in which substance use and mental health is looked at is going to influence the way state and federal budgets are allocated. I mean, like the effect that this thing has goes up and up and up the chain all the way to the top, right? And so when you're out in your community, when you're helping someone struggling with substance use and mental health, when you're a person in recovery, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with your recovery from substance use and mental health, I mean, it's changing opinions and changing the way in which substance use is looked at under a microscope and the way it's going to be looked at on societal levels above what any of us are thinking about when we're going about our day-to-day life doing these things, right? It says not just that recovery from substance use and mental health is possible. It says that it should be advocated for. It says that it should be funded. It says that it should be made available to the people in your community that need it. And what's exciting about that to me is that I'm in this world every day. I'm a certified peer specialist, but anybody who's in recovery from substance use and mental health can share their story, can help another person struggling with addiction or mental health, right? And lead people to be able to live happy, joyous, free lifestyles, right? That's what we're all in it on a day-to-day basis, is to help the person who's struggling. But don't think that by you helping that one person, that's where that system ends, right? We talk about ripple effects quite a bit, right? And typically it's in a negative light. But the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, whether it's advocating, whether it's donating, whether it's helping a person in need, right? It goes far, far beyond that when you look at the societal ramifications that has on a larger scale, right? And so, addressing the stigma with substance use and mental health isn't something that always happens under a microscope. It isn't always something that happens in the treatment field, but it reaches far and wide beyond those boundaries. Guys, this is Real Talk Tuesday. I'm excited. I'm hyped up. I hope that you guys are too. Tune in every first and third Tuesday of the month. Coming up next is Jordan Hampton. I know he's going to bring something good to you guys. I know I'm going to be logged on. I hope that you guys are too. I hope that you have an excellent rest of the day, rest of the week, And thank you all for tuning in.